Hey everybody, welcome to my first YouTube video. So this video is about my schedule and steps I'm gonna take to get better at producing every single day. So I feel like when it comes to producing music, there's so many things you need to learn. You need to learn your DAW, you need to learn maybe how to play an instrument, you need to learn the genre you want to make, sound design, sound choice, arrangement, mixing and mastering. There's so many things, so I feel like it gets really overwhelming, and the schedule I'm going to make is just going to keep me focused and make it still very fun. So that's the most important part. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm practicing every day is piano. I feel like piano is the best instrument to play as a beat maker, and it's the easiest way to get your ideas out. You can create chord progressions, or you can make it any sound with a MIDI keyboard, and also you can just solo on it. So I'm still a beginner, so what I'm learning right now, I learned all the major scales, and now I'm learning every major 7 chord and all the inversions. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. This is every major 7 chord and inversions. I know it's not perfect, but I know if I practice every day, I will be a good piano player in a few months. I love to write piano with MIDI, but I wish I could play what I hear in my head, so that's why I chose piano to practice. And I also find that changing the sound of the piano, if you have a MIDI keyboard, is a great way to keep things interesting when playing the same thing over and over. And I also, when I make beats, try to use the MIDI as much as possible to get extra practice in. The next thing I'll be learning every day is some FL Studio skills, whether that's shortcuts or plugins or even new methods to cook up. Just try to learn something new about FL Studio that will be more helpful. So some things that I've done is printed out a list of all the shortcuts of FL Studio, and I put them on my desk so I can look at them every single time I cook up, and I feel like that will speed up the process of learning them. Another thing that I do to get better at FL Studio is watch people like BusyWorks Beats, In the Mix, and I also find inspiration by people like Nick Mira, Rio Leva, and people like that. The next thing I'll start to learn about is mixing and mastering. At the moment, I'm learning about EQ and exactly how to use it. I already feel like I know a good amount of it, but I feel like there's always more to learn, and it's just good to review. The next thing I'll start to learn is compression and exactly how to use it also. I know the basic concepts, but for me it's still very hard to hear it and to know exactly how and when to use it. After all that, I'm going to make sure to get outside, spend time with family, friends, and get some fresh air and enjoy life outside of music. I feel like you can get stuck trying to make beats all day, and that can definitely become really unhealthy. I try to keep hobbies like snowboarding, kendama, and hiking just to keep life interesting. I feel like life is the reason we get inspiration for music, and without that, we have no music to make. The next thing I'll do is just start making beats. I feel like practicing making melodies and new drum patterns is the only way to really get those repetitions in, and the only way to get better is through repetition. I find it really important to just keep creating, and if you just learn and don't make any beats, you really won't get that much better. You just need to keep making beats. So now I'll show you a couple of the beats that I've made in the past that I really like. So there are a few things that I want to mention that are going to help keep me on track, like this whiteboard. So I'm going to use it to write a schedule for every day and kind of go through it and just use it as like a checklist for things that I want to complete. I may not follow this schedule exactly, but this will help me a lot. And I also will be writing out all of my scales. I find that really, really important for the piano because it helps me remember exactly what notes I am playing, and I feel like it's a good way to get it stuck in my brain. All right, that's enough talking. Now I want to make a loop with a piano, like an emotional piano kind of vibe, and maybe add some strings. So I'm just gonna grab this one. I think it would sound better if these notes were higher in this. Alright, I like it, but I wanna maybe pitch it up and just see what it sounds like in a different key. I might like it, I might not, so we could always move it back. really like that. And in another video, if you want me to explain how I write these kind of complicated MIDIs, I will tell you exactly how I do it. So I find this very, very fun, and I like to write the piano. It's probably my favorite instrument to write with. That's why I want to learn to play it. And I feel like I have the ideas, but it's really hard for me to get them out, except for using MIDI, which I love MIDI. So now I'm gonna add some strings, and let's see what happens. Alright, I finished the melody, now let's listen to it. Alright, and that is going to be a wrap for the video. Please let me know if you liked it, if you liked the melody I just made, and hopefully I will make a lot more content, and leave a like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.